An Unforgivable Incident by Zachary and Limpizone. In every individual's life, there comes a point in time when an unforgettable event will occur. Whether it is positive or negative, it may vary on the situation, but it is something that will be remembered forever. In particular, an event I will never forget is the day when I fractured my leg so badly. I vividly remembered the emotions I felt and the thoughts that ran through my mind at that point in time. My friends and I were having an entertaining game of basketball during PE lesson. We were enjoying ourselves in that moment as basketball was our favorite sport. We were sweating heavily as the game got more and more intense. I was in an open space in that moment and surely one of my teammates had to pass the ball to me. I signaled my friend to pass me the ball by waving my hand high up. By the time my teammate was about to pass the ball to me, a drop of sweat trickled down into my eye. My first instinct was to rub my eye, but it got even worse. The pain was unbearable that I had to squint my eye. I totally forgot that I was supposed to catch the ball until I heard it bounce. I turned around in disappointment and went to get the ball. I jogged towards the ball as I did not want to waste time. I did not look at where I was going as I was still rubbing my eye so that I do not feel uncomfortable. Just then, one of my friends tripped and fell onto the ground right in front of me. I could not react fast enough as I was concentrated on rubbing my eye. I thought, it is okay. I am definitely not going to trip over him. Even if I do, it is not like I am going to be seriously injured. That is when I genuinely regret. I tripped onto him and fell straight onto the ground. I screamed my lungs out in pain. It felt as if like a ton of weight slammed onto my foot. I fell into the ground and started crying uncontrollably as the pain was so agonizing. I did not even want to look down onto my foot as I foresee that it will turn out awfully bad. I clenched my fist so tight while holding my foot up to my waist. My classmates started towering over me and asked me if I was okay. I could not answer them as the pain was too severe. I could only scream and squint my eyes open. I could not even see the light as there were so many people crowding over me. My mind was thinking that I might sit in a wheelchair for weeks or maybe even months. I could not bear the duration of how long I am going to be on the wheelchair as I love PE so much that I cannot miss one lesson of them. About a few seconds after the whole accident, my PE teacher came over and lifted me up. I hopped to the nearest chair I could find and sat on it. My teacher then asked me where is the pain. I immediately pointed to my foot and breathed deeply. She then asked two of my friends to get a wheelchair and a bag of ice from the general office. By the time I heard the word wheelchair, I was stunned and my heart broke into a million pieces. The teacher told my friends to continue playing basketball. It was a tragedy that I cannot join them. I got used to the pain and stopped crying. In a blink of an eye, my classmates arrived with a wheelchair and the bag of ice. My teacher then put the ice on my foot and told me to wait for 2 minutes to see whether it gets better. I nodded my head and took deep breaths once more. After exactly 2 minutes, the teacher wrapped a cast around my foot and asked me to take a few steps. I got out of my seat and tried walking. No matter how much I tried, I could not seem to walk properly yet. The teacher then asks the same students who brought the items to put me on the wheelchair. While I was sitting on the wheelchair, I was thinking, it is all my fault, I should not have underestimated the simplest thing in the world. Once I reached the general office, I called my father and told him what happened. My father said that he was going to pick me up and bring me to the hospital. After this experience, I learned not to underestimate the simplest things in the world.